All right, hello. I'm going to do a lesson from lesson, I forget if they call them chapters or lessons. They're all different.
I think it's a lesson.
Chapter 2. Chapter 2, and we are doing compound elements. This story is not in your student notebook. It is only in the teacher's book. It is a myth by James Baldwin and is called Finding a King. Myths are stories about heroes and deities, which means gods or goddesses, told by ancient people to explain their experience of nature and their beliefs. In ancient Greece, there were tales about the sun, moon, and stars, tales about plants and animals, and even tales about the birth of cities. One myth tells the story of King Cecrops, the first king and founder of a great city of Athens. All right, so as it goes, and this is the adapted version, it was written in James Baldwin lived from 1841 to 1925, and he wrote this myth. On a steep, stony hill in ancient Greece, there lived in early times a few very poor people who had not yet learned to build houses out of wood. They made their homes in little tunnels and caves that they dug from the earth. They did not even know how to make bows and arrows, but used slings and clubs and sharp sticks for weapons. They lived on top of the hill because they were safe from the savage beasts of the great forest around them, and safe also from the wild men who sometimes roamed through the land. One day, when the men were hunting in the woods, they found a strange youth whose face was so fair and who was dressed so beautifully that they could hardly believe him to be a man. This boy was so slender and lithe, and he moved so nimbly among the trees that they fancied him to be a serpent in the guise of a human being, and they could not understand a word that he said. He made signs to them that he was hungry, and they gave him something to eat and were no longer afraid. Had they been like the wild men of the woods, they might have killed him at once. But the young man was so fair and gentle that they began to think it would be a great pity to harm him. And they gave him food, treating him kindly. In time, he sang songs to them and played with their children and made them happier than they had been for many a day. In a short time, he began to learn to talk in their language. He told them that his name was Cecrops, and his story of being shipwrecked on the seacoast not far away. He told them many strange things about the land from which he had come and to which he would never be able to return. The poor people listened and wondered. And it was not long until they began to love him and to look up to him as one wiser than themselves. Then they came to ask him about everything that was to be done, and there was not one of them who refused to do his bidding. So Cecrops, the serpent man, is, as they still called him, became the king of the poor people on the hill. He taught them how to make bows and arrows, and how to set nets for birds, and how to take fish with hooks. He showed them how to build houses of wood and to thatch them with the reeds. He taught them how to live in families, and he told them about great Jupiter and the mighty folk who lived amid the clouds on the mountaintop. By and by, instead of the wretched caves among the rocks, there was a little town on top of a hill, with neat houses and a marketplace. The town grew and spread, and soon there was not room on the hilltop for all the people. Then houses were built in the plain around the foot of the hill, and a great road was built to the sea, 3 miles away. And in all the world there was no city more fair than Athens. So that one was about Athens. And when I said he wrote this, I'm sorry, it was probably written by someone else, and he adapted it from, like, if it was written in the original Greek, he would have had to translate it from the Greek and adapt it to the English language, and then adapt it for a children's version, okay? So I apologize that he did not write it, he adapted it, okay? So questions to ponder: what are the people like who live on the steep hill?
Like Native Americans. No, not really. They had teepees.
Maybe they're like cavemen?
Teepee.
Because they lived in caves, right?
Yeah, cavemen. Yeah. But cavemen.
In what ways does Cecrops resemble a serpent? And here's a picture of him.
He... Oh.
Ooh.
He's a serpent man. I thought he was just a person.
He's a serpent man.
Hmm.
And Cecrops, the Greek name Cecrops may mean face with a tail like a snake. Okay, and how does Cecrops help the people?
He teaches them how to make better houses.
Hunting skills, building skills. He makes them happy by singing and playing with their children.
And he plants.
They are able to build their town. They started great civilization, and they dedicate it to the goddess of wisdom, Athena. All right, so we are going to grab some sentences from this passage, and we're going to diagram them. So you need a piece of paper and a pen or pencil.
Or maybe even a tiny whiteboard.
Or a tiny whiteboard, okay? So our first sentence is, a poor group of people lived on a wild peninsula. Are you zoomed in on it so they can write it down?
Yes.
I'm going to say it one more time while you're writing your sentence down. And if you need to, pause the video, because I'm just going to keep trucking along, okay? A poor group of people lived on a wild peninsula. So first we need to find our
conjunctions.
Conjunctions. Are there any conjunctions?
We have a fanboy.
Of people lived on a wild.
We have a fanboy, but it's not a conjunction. Zuri, don't spit spitballs. Don't spit spitballs, Zuri.
What is the fanboy?
No, wait. For and nor but of. No, of is not a fanboy.
Okay.
My mistake. For and nor but. I don't know so.
For and nor but or yet. Oh. So.
Yes. So.
All right. I do not see any of those. So we'll continue on. Do we have any phrases? Any prepositional phrases?
On a wild peninsula.
On a wild peninsula. So we're going to put them.
And of people.
Oh. I almost missed that one. Of people. Now we're going to analyze our prepositional phrases. Of is our preposition. People is our object of a preposition. On is our preposition. Object of the preposition is what?
Peninsula.
Peninsula. What kind of peninsula?
Wild.
Wild.
Which peninsula?
It's describing it.
Which peninsula? A. We've got an article.
And this is in... Oh.
Article.
It's an adjective as well. I can link it.
Yeah.
It is an article. I'm just going to put that up there. It's an article. And it is definite, right?
Definite. No, it's indefinite. Just
indefinite.
A wild. Indefinite.
Okay. All right. So now we need to analyze our two principal parts of our sentence, which is
group.
We have two principal parts. We need a subject and a predicate, right?
Group
so
lived.
Group is our subject.
Lived.
And it is, our sentence is telling us that a group
lived.
This is our predicate. It is a predicate verb. Group lived who or where?
On a wild peninsula.
There's no direct object. So I know that since it's a direct object, it's going to be diagrammed just like this. Oopsies. Okay. All right. So from right to left, now we're going to look at our modifiers. We have poor.
It's right to left, Mom, not left to right.
Right to left.
Yeah. You're starting with the left side.
Right to left.
Yes. You're going left to right.
No, I'm not. I went right to left. Okay. So now that we have that, now we have to say, hey, where are our modifiers? Our modifiers on a wild peninsula is telling us where. Where, right? So it's an adverb.
Mm-hmm. And then of people is pointing to group.
Of people?
Mm-hmm.
It's saying which group, right?
Yes.
The group of people. It's an adjectival element. All right, so now we're gonna diagram this. Bum, bum, bum.
I've got it zoomed in on the diagram.
I already have it straight in my head that I have a subject and I have a predicate, right?
And we're
so
gonna
I
draw.
have group.
Yeah.
I have lived. Now this is I'm just gonna do a group.
But that's
Lived.
group.
Huh?
Mom, that's group.
No, a poor, sorry.
A group. A group lived on a wild peninsula.
A poor, good thing I have my assistant here. Now I have, I didn't leave myself enough room. I have my
Make room.
adjectival, so I have to go like this. Of
People.
And then this adverbial preposition is going to be on
Island. Peninsula.
And we have a and wild.
There we go.
All right. Next. These hunters lived in tunnels and caves.
Ooh, I see a fanboy.
This is a sentence because it is a complete thought.
Mom, I see a fanboy.
Yes, it is a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. Rosie notices there is a fanboy. And remember how we make a fanboy?
Angled brackets.
Boop, boop, like that.
Yep.
Any prepositional phrases now?
In tunnels. No?
Yes.
Yes. Or would that be the whole thing? In tunnels
wait.
and caves. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
In tunnels and caves. So it looks like we have a
Compound OP. OP.
Object of the preposition. Okay, so in is a preposition. In tunnels is our object of the preposition. This is our other object of the preposition. Now we're going to look at our principal elements. Remember, our principal elements are our subject and our predicate. Our subject is
Hunters.
This sentence is about hunters.
Yes.
So this is our subject. I'm going to underline it once. This sentence tells us that hunters lived. They lived. It is our predicate. It is a predicate verb. It is an intransitive verb, just like this one, because there is no direct object.
No do.
No do.
No
It
do.
is intransitive verb, intransitive, because there's no do, okay? Intransitive verb, if you want, I kind of like to go like this, PVI. All right, now, in tunnels and caves modifies, it is telling us where the hunters lived. So it is adverbial preposition, and these is telling us, answering what? Adjective or adverb?
Adjective.
Adjective. It is telling us which hunters. These hunters. This is a demonstrative pronoun as well. Just a heads up.
Demonstrative.
All right, so now I'm going to diagram it. So.
It's the same thing as the top one.
And remember, after I read the sentence, you pause it and write it down, okay? So you can work through it as well. I might need to put this up a little further so I have room. All right, I have hunters.
Live.
These.
Oh wait, how do we diagram a compound object of the preposition?
Yeah, how are we gonna do it, huh? Lived. Now, here we go. In.
I think you make a rocket ship at the bottom.
Our rocket ship is here. Here's our prepositional phrase. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
You have to go like this.
Yeah, a little rocket ship.
Okay. because they lived in tunnels and caves. All right?
Voila.
All right, I'm going to erase it. If you need to pause it to finish it, I'm just going to keep going along, okay?
Whee.
We're going to write our next sentence. After I write it and say it, you might just have to pause it until you have it down, okay?
Mom, I noticed something.
What'd you notice?
Peninsula is like half island, right? Kind of. It's half of it. 3 sides are surrounded by water. That's a peninsula,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I just noticed that insula is the Latin word for island. Peninsula.
Roseanne's making
Insula.
connections in her head. All right, our next sentence is, the people did not know things. Okay. The
Let's just do PPL.
people did not know
Things.
things about
Aboard, about, above.
bows and arrows. Okay, so first, do we see any fanboys?
And.
And, right here. Do we have any phrases?
About bows and arrows.
So first,
Aboard, about, above,
Fanboys.
across. Aboard, about, above, across. Something, 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 something. About. About.
any other prepositional phrases?
Nope.
Okay, so this sentence is a complete sentence.
Mom,
It is about,
we need to do the P-O-P-O-P.
sorry, preposition, object of the preposition, object of the preposition. Thank you.
Got a compound.
All right, this sentence is about people. This sentence tells us that people...
Did not know. It's the whole thing.
No, it's not.
Did not. Just did not.
know.
Oh, because not is article? No.
Yeah, it's an adverb.
Oh.
Telling how did they know? Not. Okay? So I'm just going to do that right now. It says our verb is did know. This is our predicate verb.
And then there's a helping verb.
It is action verb. This is our helping verb. And so then we ask the people did not know what?
Things.
Who or what?
Things. D-O.
Things is our D-O. Okay? D-O. D-O.
A direct.
All right, so our
object.
prepositional phrase modifies what?
About things? Yes.
It's adjectival. What question does it answer?
What kind of things? No. Which?
What things?
What things?
About bows and arrows, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we did this one already.
So
And
it's an article.
is an article. It's an adjective.
Adjective.
All right, now we can diagram. We have a subject. We have a direct object as well.
So it's like that.
So I have a line like this. Okay.
Remember, it's
People
just a little short line. People did know
did know
things.
things.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this one. Okay, we have... How come that one doesn't work as well? Maybe this is my one.
Yes.
Oops, this has to be capitalized. The,
Because it's the start of our sentence.
not. Now this one, we have about. Bows
And arrows.
and arrows. All right, I'm going to keep going. You can pause if you need to take a look at that. Our next sentence is, And then I'll have to go, but then I can make a separate video with extra sentences if you want more practice, okay?
One sec. Zuri, turn that down.
No, it's okay.
TV is...
The next sentence is, the odd man was... I hope you guys have some light bulbs going on. Ding, 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 ding. The
It's a linking
odd
verb.
man was hungry and ding, 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 needy.
I see conjunction.
Fanboy?
Yes.
Any prepositional phrases?
What? No.
No prepositional phrases. Now look at our principal elements, our subject and our verb. This sentence
Subject
is about
and
a
predicate.
man. That's our subject. I see this is
That's
a
a
linking
linking
verb.
verb. It's an LV.
Okay? However you label it is fine. Linking verb.
Love.
The man was
Hungry and
what?
Needy.
hungry
Oh,
and needy. So
compound
now we gotta
adjective.
ask ourselves,
It's a compound adjective
why?
because they're both adjectives.
Why are they adjectives? Why is it a predicate
It's
adjective?
describing man.
It is describing the man. So you ask yourself, is hungry and needy describing the man or renaming the man? Remember? So these
Describing,
are predicate adjectives.
but it's compound.
So a predicate adjective, remember,
And the way you diagram it is with a slanted line.
describes. A predicate nominative
Renames.
renames, okay? It is a predicate adjective because it's referring back to our subject, remember, okay? So let's keep going. We have odd and the. They're both adjectives, okay?
And they're also, no wait, the is an article.
Now let's go ahead and diagram this one. This should be easy. You should remember this one. Man was, and then we need a slanting line because it's talking about.
Do we make a rocket ship?
Nope, there's no. Oh, wait. We do. Was hungry
And needy.
needy. The odd man was hungry and needy. Here we have a compound predicate adjective. Okay?
Ta-da!
All right, my next video will be some more, diagram some sentences. So stay tuned. You can do the next video tomorrow or whenever your teacher tells you to do it at home, or just move on ahead yourself. All right, bye.